Hello children. So today we will continue chapter 3, that is ruling the countryside. Okay. So now we will start with that all was not well topic. Okay. So now what happened under the Rotwari system, peasants were charged with a very high rate of tax. Yes. And they started deserting the countryside as it became impossible for them to pay the taxes. Isn't it? And many of the company officers, they were of the view that the new system of collection will help peasants in becoming rich. But this never happened. Okay, Britishers were not solely dependent on the revenue generated from Indian territories in the form of taxes. So they lived, but they also decided to use the crops of the country in order to earn profit in the trading business. Okay, so this we will study further. That is, now comes crops for Europe. Now what happened? By the late 18th century, Britishers tried to expand the cultivation of opium and indigo in various parts of India. So they also forced the cultivators to grow various other crops such as jute in Bengal, tea in Assam, wheat in Punjab, rice in Madras, isn't it? So basically the more emphasis was laid on cultivation of indigo. But why was it so important to cultivate indigo? See, first, what indigo is. Sorry, what indigo is and why it is used. So, basically, indigo is a plant from which a blue powder is derived, and this is used to dye clothes in blue, or as we say, indigo color. Now, why indigo was so important? Because it can only be grown in tropical climate. Okay, so climate of India was suitable for its growth. Now, India was the main exporter of indigo, and it was of high demand in Europe because it gave a rich blue color to be used for dyeing the clothes. And in Europe, a plant named woad was cultivated, which was used for dyeing clothes. But the color that it gave was not so rich, resulting into the high demand of indigo in Europe. Okay, and one interesting fact about woad and indigo is that the woad cultivators were so worried about the tough competition that they were facing because of indigo that they pressurized their government to ban the import of indigo. Now, not only English but the French in Caribbean island, Portuguese in Brazil, Spanish in Venezuela, they also started cultivating indigo plant. While the demand for indigo was increasing, its supply fell into half between 1783 and 1789. Okay, it may be due to various reasons. As there were less supply, the British dyers, they became keener to procure indigo, and at this point they turned to India to meet their needs. Understood? Now, how British turns to India? See, the demand for indigo was rising day by day in Europe. Therefore, the company decided to expand indigo cultivation in India. Now, Bengal was the largest exporter of indigo to the British, and in 1810, about 95% of indigo was imported by Britain, and that was from Bengal. Okay, as the indigo trade grew, many of the commercial agents and company officials, they started investing in the indigo business, as this was a profitable business. Okay, so many Englishmen settled in India and became indigo planters. Even loans were granted by the company and the banks for indigo cultivation also. Okay, now how indigo was cultivated? Okay, see, indigo was cultivated under two system, that is niche. First is niche, and next is ryoti. So niche means in this system the planter produced indigo on the land which was under his control. Now either he was the owner or he had rented it for indigo cultivation, but the niche cultivators found it difficult to grow indigo as it required a large fertile area, but just which was not easily available as most of the land was densely populated. Now what happened, even laborers were not available sometimes as they were busy with the rice cultivation. Thus, they were not interested in growing indigo anymore. Okay, so this is niche, and under the Ryoti system what happened, the planters entered into contract with ryots or village headmen, we can say, sometimes forcibly. Okay, and according to the contract, 25% of land was exclusively kept for the cultivation of indigo, and loans were provided for its cultivation. And the planters used to provide the seeds and drill to the farmers. Okay, but soon the Roth realized that this system was not an easy one. because they got trapped in the cycle of loans which were unending the income they received through indigo plantation, and it was also very merger. Now even the fertility of land also deteriorated. The land became unfit for the growth of rice after the cultivation of indigo. है ना? As the system of indigo plantation was very oppressive, all the peasants became rebellious. Okay, all the peasants became rebellious. Now the Blue Rebellion and after. So what happened in this, that in March 1859 a rebellion broke in Bengal, and many of the roads they refused to pay rent to the planters. Not only this, they attacked indigo factories, and at some places what happened, the village headmen were forced to enter into contract by the planters, and they were supported in this rebellion. Now peasants at some places thought that they would get supported from the British, but it was not so, as the Britishers became cautious about the revolt of 1857. So they brought what, military for safeguarding planters in the indigo district. And Queen Victoria, she ordered magistrate of Barasat, that is Ashley Eden, to issue a notice stating that Riot would not be forced to enter into indigo contract. Now an indigo commission was set up to look into the matter, and the commission came up with the following conclusions, that is, planters were found guilty, planters were forcing Riot to enter into contract, then indigo cultivation, they were not profitable for Riots, okay, and the Riot were asked to fulfill the contract, that is existing contract, but they got the right to refuse for indigo cultivation in future. And after the revolt, as production of indigo came to an end in Bengal, planters shifted to Bihar, and there also they faced similar revolt, and which is known as Champaran revolt in the year 1970, which was also supported by Mahatma Gandhi. Okay, so this is all about the chapters, bachas. Go through the chapter, read properly, you will be getting more clear. Thank you so much. God bless you.